Okay, yeah, there you go. Hi, my name is Remington Grooves, and this is my speech for Levette Community College online course. Today, I'm going to be talking about one of the most controversial topics in America, and that is abortion. Abortion is extremely relevant in this country because it has killed over 1 million babies per year. And the main reason why it's controversial is because people can't figure out if it's a problem or a solution. And my response to that would be, I think it can be a solution, maybe not a very good one. It is a solution to unwanted pregnancies, rape pregnancies, teen pregnancies, and pregnancies to mothers who can't support children financially or emotionally. Now, as a Catholic, I don't believe in abortion. I believe that it's wrong, and today I'm going to be explaining to you why you should believe the same as me. Now, while I said it can be a solution, it can also be a problem, and this is because it takes lives from innocent babies. And while some people might say that it doesn't do that, I would say scientifically there's tons of proof out there that it does. First of all, we say that life begins at conception, which, yes, that's true, but it actually begins before conception, which would be at the moment of fertilization. So basically, whenever the sperm enters the egg, only a few hours after that will those cells start going through mitosis and meiosis, and eventually one cell will turn into 200 and 400 until it creates the baby and conceives in the womb. So by that time, it's already alive, and those cells can start doing DNA replication and protein synthesis and anything that any sort of cells in our body can do whenever we are born. Not only that, people still get abortions after second, first, third trimester, and the longer you wait, the more and more alive that baby becomes. Now, another thing about abortion is that there's tons of alternatives, and that is there's adoption for one, and there's also so many nonprofit organizations out there that help women who can't support babies financially or emotionally or anything like that, that give help to women in need. And another thing is, on a moral scale of abortion, if we're killing babies, then that leads us to decide whether or not some human lives have more value than others, which produces a big question in morality and in who we are. Another thing about abortion is that the internet doesn't truly give it justice. I've been in the March for Life. If you haven't been in the March for Life, I would totally recommend going, because it will really open your eyes to the problem that it is. Because the internet, there's all this censorship. You can't actually show everything that's going on. And during the march, I saw tons of propaganda and posters all around of what abortion is really like, of how it kills babies and how it traumatizes women. And it just really shows how bad it actually is. Really opened up my eyes and made me think hey, this is a lot worse than I originally thought it was. And I think that's really it. Thank you for listening.